Yo, good.
Like barefoot, only better. Minimus from New Balance. Let's make excellent happen.
Welcome back into your Major League Lacrosse Collegiate Draft Recap. Evan Washburn here with Quint Kesnich, and we're going to look at these teams and some players that they picked up maybe later in rounds that you think can make a difference this season.
Yeah, draft gems, so to speak. Let's go down to pick number 45. Chesapeake Bayhawks select Drew Snyder, midfield, Maryland. If you watch Maryland play late last year and you watch him this fall in preseason practices, Drew Snyder was their best offensive midfielder. This kid, he's going to be their number one offensive option for the Terps this year. And if he emerges with a 20, 25-goal season for Maryland, what a steal he would be at number 45 for Chesapeake.
For me, 43, Carter Bender to the Rochester Rattlers. Out of Hartford, an unknown program until last season when they made a run to the NCAA tournament, and he was a big reason for that. His numbers, 35 goals, 18 assists on the season. He's a big attackman from Ontario, likes playing in a physical game, and I think he could come in and play for Rochester. A great value pick at 43.
Yeah, we'll stay to the next pick, number 44. Denver picks Stephen Robarge, VMI, who, in my estimation, is the best FOGO, face-off, get-off player in the country. He's above 65% last year. It's interesting, you talk to Alex Smith, USA team member, face-off guru, and he works with a lot of the high school and good college face-off men in the offseason, and his opinion on Robarge is that he has the potential to be the best guy in this class. So at 44, Denver gets a very, very good face-off man.
For me, Chesapeake, a lot of talk before the draft that they were going to try and get Steele Stanwyck. They needed to add some depth to the attack unit. And for me, at 38, getting Matthew Gibson out of Yale was a great pick. First team All-Ivy, 20 goals, 16 assists on the season. 5'10", 175. He's a burner, but he's also a pretty physical attackman. I think he'll fit right in, be able to handle the pressure that these defensemen in the MLL bring. I think a nice pick for Dave Cottle and crew at Chesapeake.
Yeah, my last gem will be Hamilton selecting Jerry Riley at number 63. Short stick defensive midfielder, Georgetown University. 6'2", 200. He's an absolute beast. Captain of the Hoyas. Remember last year against Syracuse, he scored a key goal, carrying the ball from defense to offense. His stick skills are improving, but his coverage ability for some of these big athletes, you know, a guy like Jerry Riley, you can put out there and cover a Paul Rabel physically. I mean, he can stand up to the great athletes in Major League Lacrosse at a solid and speedy 200 pounds. So I think Jerry Riley was a really strong value pick for Hamilton at 63.
Well, lastly, Quint, an interesting aspect to this draft is before the college season. So there are players still yet to maybe make a difference this summer that didn't get picked in the first 64 picks. Give me a name or two that you think wasn't selected Friday night that can play in this league this summer.
Well, it's interesting. I think UMass is going to have a good spring this year. I think they have a really good team. So a guy like Art Kell could be picked up later. I think Delaware is going to be strong. Dom Sebastiani at the short stick defensive midfield position, one of the top guys in the country. Look for him to get picked up. Jeff Cohen, attackman out of Harvard. If the Crimson have a big season, he's a guy whose stock will increase. And the last guy would be Sienna's Brian Neufeld, who as an interior crease attackman has lit up the scoreboard consistently for the last 3 years.
I always like to hear Delaware come out of your mouth in a positive nature.
I tell you, the CAA is going to be chaos this year because what a great conference. I looked at it yesterday. I think Penn State's on the improve. I think UMass is tough. Delaware's good. Hofstra, Drexel's got some weapons. That league is by far the most fun league to cover.
College season's on the horizon. The MLL season not far after. Check back for more.